you have two actions that happen in the past. I'll give you an example. You want to go see a movie, but your time is very tight, and you want to go to Cinema Pine to see a movie at 7:30. The previews, 10 minutes, 7:40. Usually the film starts at 7:40, 10 minutes after the previews. But you arrive at 7:45. So the movie starts at 7:30, but you arrive at 7:45. So you say, when we arrived, the movie or the film had already started. So your had started is in the past perfect because the movie started before you arrived. But both actions happen in the past. All right, do you understand? Next, here is another word where you use past perfect is when you use before. So for example, before a past action, and another action happened before that action. So before I learned snowboarding, I had learned skiing. So you first started out at skiing, you're 10 years old, but once you were 12, I want to try snowboarding. I'm more of a risk taker, so I want to try snowboarding. So snowboarding came after skiing. So before I learned snowboarding, I had learned skiing. Another time word is as soon as. In French we say dès que. So as soon as it had started to snow, we hit the ski slopes. So see here, hit is simple past, but here it's in past perfect. Because the snow came before the skiing. First you need snow. It's clear for you? And then never. We had never gone to Peru before we went there. So let's say you're going to China, finally, and then you go there, but you had never gone to China before you went. So you say, I had never gone to China before I went there. For the ODA people who have been to Mexico, maybe you had never been to Mexico before you went there. And finally, last time word would be until. Until I met you, I had never met someone as hardworking. So that means in French, you would translate the sentence as jusqu'au moment où je t'ai rencontré, je n'avais jamais rencontré quelqu'un d'aussi travaillant. So the past perfect you can consider it to be the equivalent of plus que parfait in French. So how do you form this verb? You take the auxiliary of having, to have, but in the past, and you add the past participle. Past participle means le participe passé, your regular verbs in ed, or your irregular verbs, see agenda page F. But you have to take the third column. The third column, not the second one. Because there's a difference between the past participle and the past, the simple past. Because in your agenda, you have the infinitive, the past, and the past participle. So with the past perfect, you take the third column, which is, you see, if you have the word ring, remember? La cloche a sonné, the bell rang. Past perfect, you would use rung, the bell has rung. So same thing with the other verbs. So you don't say, I have wrote, you say, I have written my exam. Is it clear for you guys?
Super.